The same person who betrayed you is now the reason you are being elevated. Their trap turned into your triumph. Archangel Michael says, the one who once mocked you behind closed doors, who set a snare and watched with satisfaction, is now watching in disbelief. What they meant to harm you is unfolding into a crown placed gently on your head by forces they never believed you had access to. They underestimated the fire within you, but what they didn't know is, God had already marked the end of their control the day they chose to betray you. The moment you walked away wounded, heaven leaned in closer. When you cried silently into your pillow, angels began writing your promotion in invisible ink. That ink is now becoming bold, readable, undeniable, and their greatest fear is slowly being realized. Your name, once whispered in gossip, is being etched into places they never imagined. While they celebrated your downfall, your destiny began its resurrection. This isn't just revenge, it's restoration dripping in divine gold. Archangel Michael says, they built a pit so wide thinking you'd never climb out, but you learned how to fly. What was meant to bury you has become your birthing ground. Now, the ashes of betrayal are the foundation of your kingdom. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They saw your delay as denial. But in reality, your delay was strategy, designed to show them how long mercy can last before justice arrives. You're not who you were when they left you broken. You've grown, sharpened, and aligned. They had access to your vulnerability once, but now they can't even reach your presence. They had a front row seat to your heartbreak, but now they can only watch your elevation from behind locked windows. The one who tried to replace you is now questioning how you were never truly removable. In secret places, they said you wouldn't make it past the storm. Now they're pretending to cheer while swallowing jealousy thicker than silence. And what stings them the most is that you've risen without bitterness, only brilliance. Type Amen to get blessing 988. When they shut the door, they thought you'd knock endlessly. Instead, you built a new hallway where your name is now the key. You were never meant to fit where they tried to cage you. The betrayal cracked something inside you, but it was not your spirit, it was your shell. That pain birthed purpose, and that betrayal redirected you to destiny's exact location. They broke the version of you that would have settled, not the version of you that would rise. Now, the elevation has begun, and they can't stop it. In fact, they are the very reason it's happening. Their trap flipped into a stage and now the spotlight is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 524. You tried to keep peace. You tried to keep them close. But some people only stay loyal when you remain beneath them. When you started shining, they felt threatened instead of inspired. Their betrayal was not because of your weakness. It was their reaction to your strength. And they hoped you'd beg, they'd get sympathy, they'd win. But instead of begging, you became a blaze. Instead of seeking closure, you sought clarity. And clarity revealed, they were never your people, only characters in a temporary act. Type Amen to get blessing 399. They took your kindness for blindness. They confused your silence for absence of awareness. But your spirit knew even what your ears hadn't heard yet. Now, the very lie they told about you is exposing them. Their attempts to shame you have lit the fire that is now illuminating your name. You are being elevated not just in silence, but in sight of the same crowd that thought you were finished. Archangel Michael says, What they tried to block is breaking through violently now. What they tried to delay is showing up in abundance. What they laughed at is becoming their living lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 661. There's a shift in the atmosphere around your name. People who once believed lies about you are now silent when your truth starts glowing. Their betrayal has become your billboard. What once hurt you now humbles them. What once slowed you down now speeds your path with force. It's their guilt, their regret, and your grace that they now have to deal with. They cannot access the version of you that was easy to deceive. That version no longer lives here. What lives now is royalty, wisdom, and discernment sharper than a blade. Type Amen to get blessing 272. They are regretting the moment they bet against you. Their fake smiles and secret schemes are falling apart. And worst of all, they see you smiling and not even remembering their offense anymore. Because this next level is not about proving them wrong, it's about proving to yourself what you always carried. You've always had it. They just tried to cover it with shadows. Now the light inside of you has burned those shadows down. Your favor is now public. Your breakthrough undeniable. And the best part, they helped activate it unknowingly. Type Amen to get blessing 190. Your name is being whispered in places they never imagined you'd walk into. What they saw as your limitation is now your elevation. Their betrayal didn't break you, it built you. Archangel Michael says, "No weapon formed prospered," but the betrayal did reveal the truth. That you were always greater than the pain you endured. That you were being set apart, not rejected. This is your moment. And they can't deny what's about to unfold in front of them. Even if they try to act unaffected, their eyes will speak what their mouths can't hide. Type Amen to get blessing 803. They once said you'd never make it. Now they replay your voice in their head at night, wondering how they lost someone who was pure. Your success is haunting them, your silence even louder. Because you're not focused on revenge, only redemption. You're not looking for an audience, only alignment. And that's why this elevation is divine. Their biggest weapon was hoping you'd need them again. But now, you are the one they need. The roles have reversed. Type Amen to get blessing 439. You gave them love. They gave you betrayal. You gave them patience. They gave you manipulation. But the universe took notes. Every tear became a transaction in heaven's courtroom. Every sleepless night now fueling your rise. They do not understand how someone they tried to destroy is becoming indestructible. You don't need to expose them. The fruits you bear now make it clear who was rotten. You don't even need to mention their name. Your blessings are doing it for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They thought you'd be too broken to speak. Now your silence terrifies them. They thought you'd chase closure, instead you chased destiny. Your glow is not arrogance, it's survival. Your blessings are not luck, they are recompense. And no matter how much they whisper, they can't rewrite the part they played in your miracle. Now the same mouths that once degraded you, will be the ones to announce your arrival. Their plans are crumbling while your steps are multiplying. And every delay you experienced was storing up blessings with interest. Type Amen to get blessing 151. You didn't need revenge. Because heaven fights louder than any rumor. The one who betrayed you is now recommending you behind closed doors, secretly trying to find favor again. Let them speak your name in fear. Let them remember your loyalty when they sit in silence surrounded by betrayal of their own making. They lost you. And that was their biggest mistake. They didn't realize, you were their blessing disguised in humility. Type Amen to get blessing 312. Archangel Michael says, this is not karma, it's clarity. This is not luck, it's legacy. You're not just being elevated, you're being vindicated. This season will show you what betrayal can birth. This moment will show them what grace can grow. You're rising not just for you, but for every version of you that suffered and stayed silent. You are not going back. You are not returning to those cycles. You are now walking into territory where only the pure can follow. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You've reached a point where you don't have to prove anything. Your life is the proof. Your glow is undeniable. Your peace is precious. Let them sit in the silence they created. Let them reflect in the distance they forced. You are no longer waiting for apologies. You're building a life where you don't need one. Type Amen to get blessing 474. You are not who you were. You are reborn from pain, refined by fire, crowned by storms. And now, even your enemies must admit, they were part of your story, but never part of your destiny. You are elevating past their reach. And this time, the trap became your throne, and betrayal became your badge. Congratulations on becoming unstoppable. Your silence echoes louder than their lies ever could. The same betrayal that once made your hands tremble is now the power behind your unshakable walk. You are not rising out of spite, you are rising because heaven declared it so. Their trap was built from insecurity. Their deception was woven with envy. But they never expected you to learn from it, to evolve because of it, and to rise beyond it. They thought they closed your chapter, but you turned that final period into a comma and kept writing. And now, the story is unfolding in a way they cannot control. Type Amen to get blessing 577. They couldn't destroy your spirit, no matter how much they tried to break your trust. And now, the very betrayal that was meant to wound you is the soil growing your greatest harvest. You've become untouchable by the very hands that once held power over you. They spoke behind your back, because they could never stand beside you in light. They built alliances through rumors while you built strength through solitude, and that strength is shining now, undeniable, untouchable, divine. You've stopped needing validation from people who only knew how to take. You've stopped explaining your worth to those who always undervalued your presence. Now, you're too far elevated for their drama to reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 684. They thought they broke you. But in truth, they broke open a version of you that had been waiting to awaken. And that version is not only healed, it's powerful. The betrayal was ugly, but the transformation is beautiful. You no longer flinch at their names. You no longer pause at the memory. You've risen far beyond their reach. Archangel Michael says, when the tables turn, it doesn't just expose them, it exalts you. The trap they created is now the reason for your triumph. They built it thinking you'd fall, but instead, you found your wings. Type Amen to get blessing 826. You are not their victim. You are the evidence of divine reversal. You are the walking miracle they swore would never happen. They tried to stain your reputation, but you became gold in the fire. They tried to laugh at your pain, but now their laughter is choked by your progress. And no matter how much they pretend not to care, your victory is loud in their soul. Let them act like nothing happened. Let them rewrite history in their minds. You've already outgrown the story they tried to trap you in. Type Amen to get blessing 642. They said you needed them, but now they're searching for ways to reconnect with you. Their betrayal haunts them more than they'll admit. You were never the problem, you were just too rare for them to value correctly. The ones who pushed you aside are now the ones watching from the sidelines. You no longer live in the house of heartbreak. They evicted themselves from your grace. And now, the silence is a louder punishment than confrontation could ever be. You didn't just survive, you mastered peace. You didn't just heal, you elevated into a realm where their presence is no longer permitted. Type Amen to get blessing 1003. They spoke over you like your story had ended. They didn't know you were just beginning a chapter where betrayal fuels blessings. They made you their lesson, and now you've become their reminder. Every time your name is mentioned, they flinch. Every time they see you smiling, they remember what they lost. You are the echo of everything they took for granted. Let them wear the weight of what they did. Your hands are clean. Your future is golden. You're walking proof that betrayal was never the ending, it was the divine ignition. Type Amen to get blessing 733. The universe aligned against their schemes. The energy they used to bury you is now returning to them. Meanwhile, your elevation cannot be stopped, because it is protected from realms they can't reach. They feel the shift. They sense the distance. And most of all, they feel your absence where your presence once brought warmth. They once controlled the room. Now they barely get an invitation. Your value can no longer be debated. It is confirmed through your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You are the flame they tried to extinguish, but ended up igniting. The very lies they spread are now the truth they run from. Their betrayal gave you the blueprint to rebuild. You've made peace with what happened, but you'll never return to who you were when it did. That version of you was sacrificed for the evolution that now stands tall. Archangel Michael says, you are not meant to go back and fix the betrayal, you are meant to move forward and become the miracle. And now, that miracle is unfolding in layers they can't stop. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They see your face and remember what they did. They hear your success and remember the day they laughed. But they can never undo what was done, and they can never reverse what is coming for you. You are being recognized for everything you were mocked for. You are being celebrated for the very qualities they criticized. And now, they are left watching the rise they never wanted for you. This isn't revenge, it's revelation. And the truth is, your spirit always knew their betrayal would be the bridge to your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 622. Let them sit in rooms trying to erase your name. It will only be spoken louder in better rooms. Let them plot again. It only ensures your continued rise. They no longer control your peace. They no longer get access to your vision. You are divinely guarded and supernaturally surrounded. Your life is not just a comeback, it's a transformation. Their betrayal doesn't hurt anymore, it heals. It reminds you what to never settle for again. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Their betrayal gave you something priceless. Clarity. The kind of clarity that doesn't need explanations or closure. The kind of clarity that knows silence is an answer. You're not here to make them regret. You're here to make yourself proud. And every step you take forward is justice for what was done behind your back. They didn't stop you, they started something inside you. And now, that something has become everything. Type Amen to get blessing 414. What they tried to keep hidden is being shouted by the results of your rise. You're not just healing, you're glowing. You're not just forgiven, you're favored. They will wonder how you keep winning. They'll question how you keep blooming in deserts. But they'll never understand that your roots are anchored in truth, not vengeance. You've already won. They just haven't admitted it yet. But their silence speaks loud enough. Type Amen to get blessing 858. You will continue to walk into places they were sure you'd never reach. You will continue to speak with power they thought you never had. Your presence is now a prophecy fulfilled. Their betrayal opened your eyes. Their lies opened your path. Their absence opened your blessings. You are untouchable now. And every blessing ahead of you has been waiting for your betrayal to end. The trap failed, but your purpose did not. Type Amen to get blessing 344. Your crown was molded in betrayal. Your glow was sculpted in silence. Your strength was baptized in rejection. And now, the throne you sit on was paid for in tears they never saw. The grace you carry is heavier than any weapon they tried to form. And your elevation is not just happening, it is declaring that your destiny can't be denied. This is your time. This is your story. And it all began with the betrayal they thought would end you. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Let them see you now. Let them hear your name in rooms where only truth echoes. Let them witness your life without the need for revenge, because your glow is the justice. You didn't just bounce back. You built back better. And now, you are walking in rooms they prayed you'd never enter. Keep walking. The path ahead is paved by the tears behind you, and your elevation will never stop. Type Amen to get blessing 700. The winds have shifted, and with every step forward, you regaining momentum they can no longer interfere with. They used to be part of your circle, but now they only part of your past. The same betrayal that once bruised your heart has become the very launchpad of your legacy. They underestimated how deeply rooted your purpose was. They thought betrayal would bury you, but it watered your strength. You are now too aligned, too protected, and too elevated to fall into the same trap again. What once looked like the end was simply a divine redirection. You are proof that brokenness can give birth to brilliance. They made you their target, but heaven made you untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 411. They counted you out, hoping the silence would break you. But in that silence, your soul regrouped, your spirit rewired, your vision sharpened. And now, you're not just surviving, you're walking in a glory that outshines their every attempt to dim you. They can no longer pretend not to notice you. Your existence commands attention. You were never built to stay stuck in betrayal. You were built to rise from it. And now, the proof is showing up in waves too powerful to be ignored. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They told others a version of your story that made them look like the hero. But the truth is unraveling, quietly, without drama. And one by one, those who believe the lie are starting to question everything. Their fake confidence is cracking beneath the weight of your breakthrough. And no matter how much they try to keep face, their conscience won't let them sleep peacefully anymore. You were never the villain, they just couldn't handle your light. Let them talk. Let them avoid. Let them pretend. Their season in your life has expired. Type Amen to get blessing 312. You're walking into blessings that their betrayal helped unlock. It's the ultimate plot twist. They wounded you into a wiser version of yourself. And you are no longer reachable on the same frequency. They hoped you'd never recover. They prayed you'd stay broken. But now they're watching the healing they never thought you'd find. You're no longer seeking closure because you've already closed that chapter. This is your reward season. And they're forced to watch from a distance they created. Type Amen to get blessing 177. You did not need revenge to feel whole again. All you needed was time. And time has revealed who they are, and who you've become. Their mask has slipped. Their influence has faded. And your truth is louder than their manipulation ever was. Archangel Michael says, you have been chosen to rise in public where you were betrayed in private. You will now stand where they thought you'd crumble. And your glow will silence their gossip. Type Amen to get blessing 290. They once walked past you like you were invisible. Now they can't scroll without seeing your face. Your growth is unmissable. You were the one they thought could be erased. But every step you take now is divine evidence that you're permanent. You are exactly where you were meant to be. They tried to take what wasn't theirs, your peace, your power, your trust. But what they didn't realize is that your spirit wasn't something that could be stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 601. Even their silence now is a confession. They can't congratulate you because your elevation exposes their betrayal. Your blessings are justice served on a table they thought they'd own. They are watching your rise from behind the very walls they helped build to block you. And now those walls are crumbling. Meanwhile, your wings have grown. You no longer carry the weight of what happened. You walk light. You walk free. You walk in purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 929. What hurt you is now what helps you. What tore you apart is now what makes you whole. They did it to stop you, but they only help shape you. Their deception revealed their limitation. But your destiny showed no limit. And now they can't even enter the rooms you predestined to reign in. They no longer exist in your now. They belong to your past, and your past holds no power here. You've upgraded, transformed, ascended. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They regret not valuing you when they had you. Now, they replay every conversation, every decision, every word that pushed you away. You were their lifeline in disguise. And now that lifeline is untouchable. You used to worry about who left you. Now, you refocused on who deserves to stay. And that shift has created a protective wall around your peace. Archangel Michael says, betrayal is no match for breakthrough. Lies are no match for legacy. And you are no longer in the place they left you. We lifted you beyond it. Type Amen to get blessing 356. Your story is now the testimony they hoped would never be told. You are showing the world what grace looks like in motion. You are the glow-up they never prepared for. And in your glow, there is no room for shame. No space for bitterness. Just endless revelation of how divine alignment works. You are not coming back to where you once fell. You are building higher, standing stronger, living louder. Let them stay where they are. Type Amen to get blessing 707. They didn't just betray a person, they betrayed a blessing. They pushed away favor and didn't realize it until the fruit started growing without them. Now, they watch it bloom from a place they can never touch again. You are rising, not to prove a point, but to fulfill a purpose. That purpose is louder than their denial. That light is bigger than their shadow. And now, every blessing you walk into is a mirror they can't avoid. A mirror showing them the truth they buried for so long. Type Amen to get blessing 188. They didn't ruin you. They revealed you. And what's been revealed is unstoppable. You are walking in victories they never saw coming. You are wearing a piece they tried to strip away. And your confidence is louder than their betrayal. This is your reintroduction. This is your grand unveiling. And they can no longer deny what you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 940. Let them look back in silence. Let them scroll through your joy with tightened throats. You own no explanations. Just elevation. Let the betrayal remind you of your power. Let their distance bless your space. Let their silence bring your peace. Because now, you're building something their hands were never pure enough to help construct. And your reward? It's multiplying. Type Amen to get blessing 553. They will hear your name and feel something they can't describe, because deep down, they know. You were the one who showed them loyalty, and they traded that for shadows. But now, your name is protected, your path is covered, and your rise is divinely timed. Archangel Michael says, it's not just a comeback, it's a coronation. The betrayal that was meant to destroy you is now the stage on which you stand tall. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There is no room left for their version of the story. Only truth remains. And that truth is, you won. You didn't win by fighting. You won by healing. And healing has become your loudest roar. You are not bitter. You are better. And your elevation is the proof. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Their trap turned into your triumph. Their silence turned into your signal. Their absence turned into your answer. You've arrived where they said you'd never be. And from this place, you don't look back. You only build forward. Let them wonder how. Let them wonder why. Just keep walking in the light that they tried to put out. Because now, you are the light. Type Amen to get blessing 777.